Mohammed Eid, known as Faxity to others, was once a part of Faze, which is currently the biggest organisation running. Also Team Exeter, owned by Clix, and now Swamp. But why did he get kicked from these teams, and why did he get disqualified from the FNCS Global Championships? This is what you'll be finding out in this video, despite the ups and downs, how his career is successful now. We all know Faxity is one of the worst Fortnite players.
And slide jump.
Oh, you dead!
Oh my god.
Lock in, buddy.
Behind.
Before doing viewing parties, he'd actually compete in competitive. That's how he's good friends with big names like Peterbot, Poyo, Iomza and Booger, plus plenty more in the scene. He has $1,100 in Fortnite official earnings. Now maybe this is because he got carried, but either way it's still something. Let's dive into his past placements and see how he managed to join Faze. Was it his personality or his skill? On Friday, September 4th, 2020, FaZe Clan announced a Phase 5 challenge, where they would be recruiting 5 new names to the team, making challenges for them to complete in order to get picked up. Bear in mind, this was when Faze started to go downhill, since Banks wasn't in control and it was ran by company people. Besides that, Faxuty thought it would be best to branch out onto YouTube, instead of limiting himself on his main platform Twitch for this challenge. He posted an introduction video on 9th of September in 2020, showing off his loud personality and funny vibes. He also got Twitch partnering the same day. Following up on his other video submissions, he would post montages and collab with acting like Tommy in hopes of joining. After making multiple videos for Phase 5, he finally joined the top 20 on November 30th out of the 200,000 confirmed that were competing against him. About 2 weeks later, he hit his 1-year mark in streaming and got rated by Clix with 15,000 viewers. This really put his name in the spotlight and helped his chances of joining. For his final submission, he collabed with Faze Dobbs, a member of the team already and a Fortnite professional. They made a Fortnite montage together, and just a week later he was announced a part of Faze Clan and even won a $50,000 car. Another Fortnite creator that got picked up in this challenge is Flea, who has been struggling a lot making videos since being released, due to feeling lost, but recently started to continue the grind. Carrying on with Faxity, after being recruited he started to post vlogs with Jarvis and some of the other Faze boys. Now these videos wouldn't get much views since he's a streamer at the end of the day and isn't very consistent with his uploads. A few videos later he won from Reet, who I'm sure you know is a controller demon and has $332,000 in Fortnite earnings. Since his skill level is so high it comes with followers. His Twitch is sitting at 1 million followers and his YouTube is at 469. Now this didn't necessarily bring Faxity lots of views and followers since he's still coming up, but it was his first big name player that he 1v1'd. Previous to this they have played tournaments together, and Faxity actually got his first earnings from a daily Shuri Cup playing with Reet and Dog, earning $300 from placing second. It came to nobody's surprise that Faxity lost to Reet in box fights 5-1 and as a punishment had to tweet this. But they have been friends for some good time now and it's good to see this still remains the same. Continuing on the friendship, just 6 months after, Faxity met Reet in real life. At this point in his career he started to post vlogs on YouTube rather than just Twitch highlights, which was a good term. They met up for what looks like to be a Razer X Fortnite event, and to no surprise, Faxity was going around recording the players, so I guess he hasn't really changed.
You guys hunting? Let me call Vino, bro.
Why you dick riding? Why you dick riding?
My bad, bro.
The next day they went out in Vegas and decided to spend some Fortnite earnings on a Rolex. I mean, Reet was literally the best player at this point in time, so I guess treating himself wouldn't hurt. It was now October 2021 and he started to focus on his Fortnite competitive career, except he was still a massive troll.
He's still on the car.
So dude, what are you doing? Like,
That's
what am I
Kona, bro!
Like, bro, Fax, we know you're trolling, bro.
Following on from this, his placements were pretty bad, but this didn't stop him from streaming and uploading. He started to post viewing parties of 3v3s or any creative tournament with big pro names involved like Canada, Clix, Peterbot and Day. This brought him 3 times the viewer count he would usually get, because no one else would stream these and would also be entertaining. He knew this worked and continued to do it, and as a result in March 2022, he gained the most followers that month compared to the previous ones. In April, he kept this going, and you can tell by the screenshots when he would host these viewing parties since his social was spiked massively compared to the other streams. The next month was FNCS qualifiers and he decided to draw with Algor. They sadly didn't move on to the next round simply because they lost the last game, choking placing second and potentially missed out on $40,000. A few months had passed. It was now summer, September 11th, 2022. And Faxity got the opportunity to play with Peterbot in a Joe's Cash Cup, who's currently the best Fortnite player worldwide, putting up LeBron numbers. This was their first time playing a tournament together, and in round 1 they placed 50th, and round 2 in finals 13th. but not enough to make money. It was also Faxuty's first time making the Cash Cup finals, so I'm sure we knew he was carried. I've gone over Faxuty's rise a little and how he has so many connections with big pros due to hosting viewing parties and being a troll, but let's fast forward 2 years and see why he got kicked from Faze. It was the 27th of April 2024 and Faze was back in full control by banks. A year previous to this, Lee Trink, the former Faze CEO, was terminated in 2023. Faze Clan was going out of control and owned by company people like I mentioned earlier. They didn't know how to handle Faze at all and only cared about money going into their own pockets.
Corporate people in a room like pilling each other on how like important they are to the company and like you need me and I need you and we're all like building this crazy like Faze yeah, let's all pay each other a gross amount of money, and that's just what I don't know, just
nothing was genuine and nobody liked this era. So banks finally stepped up and wiped the roster clean. OG members got removed like Faze Blaze, Faze Temper, Faze Rain and Faze Tico. It wasn't just OGs that went, anyone's name that wasn't on this list was gone. So that included Faxity. After all them posts for Phase 5, he was released. At least he wasn't kicked on bad terms, and it isn't the worst way to go out, but must feel very disappointed, but the company recruited him after all.
Firing people was harder. Yeah. Was it hard or easy for you? Because
so easy.
Because you're so pissed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm at a point where like I'm all out of favors, man. I just borrowed $11.5 million.
Around this time, he was averaging just under 1,000 viewers each stream, which isn't bad at all since everyone was streaming Fortnite. Continuing on this unlucky route, later the same year in summer, Iomzo and Faxity qualified for FNCS Global Championship and got disqualified before even being able to participate in the event, despite flying out from their own behalf. The apparent reasoning behind this was for use of inappropriate language in a practice room around minors, which isn't necessarily true. Most people believe it's because Faxity was bribing the OC players as a joke and telling them not to contest Clix.
It's gonna be fucking ugly.
What's gonna happen?
If you can't fucking Clix, shit's gonna be fucking ugly. Smile.
Nah, bro, you ain't doing shit.
Don't take the forecast. Let them fight and you farm for surge. Don't con them.
Bro, it's 3 points, bro.
Yeah. We can't take bribes. We can't take bribes. Yeah.
But you guys are winking.
No, not fuck. Bro, it's so windy in here.
Leave Vino alone, bro.
This can all be seen on Faxity's YouTube since he was streaming the whole event on Twitch, and it's his most popular video, most likely because of the controversy behind it, but it's still entertaining at the same time. Apparently the Blast employees were complimenting Faxity and showing him love.
Blast employees, there was a few actually complimenting me and showing me love. Until now, pretty much they just came up to us and DQ'd.
But you can see in his stream he's going up to every player, possibly making them uncomfortable, not intentionally though, but if they don't want to be on camera or be interviewed they can just say so. This wasn't the only reasoning, the main one was because Iomzo had a mistake on his legal forms where his mum didn't sign for Faxity to be his legal guardian, which could have been an easy fix if they told him beforehand. But I reckon this was an excuse to get Faxity out of the tournament since he was raised as a red flag being inappropriate. They both missed out on hundreds or thousands of dollars, and many people were saying Faxity was carrying the content of this event. And you can see his viewers on Twitch, and at one point he peaked at 5,000. And on the other days he was averaging 1,000 consistently. So despite quote unquote harassing players, at the end of the day he was making content people enjoyed. But because of this incident, Faxity got lots of backlash, and Clix obviously didn't want anything to do with it since he had no influence on what Faxity said. I also believe at the same time Faxity was going to get picked up by Exet since he was doing well in the content scene, but we will speak more about Clix and Faxity later in the video, so keep watching. More on Faxity's competitive career. A month later in October, he played a Trios Cash Cup on Asia servers with Peterbot and Bolt, who were literally the biggest names at the time. In round 1 they placed 126 and round 1 in finals 10th. Now most people don't play with Faxity on their main region since they want to lock in and take it seriously. But when it comes to different servers, Peterbot, Poi and Canada will even play with him, since he's a good support player and the only person who played the tournament out despite the time. If we fast forward to now 2025 FNCS, he still plays cross region with pros on NA West and Asia. He played with Canada and Acorn, who was a previous NA Central winner, Stop and Peter. In day 1 they placed 62nd, day 2 7th and in finals 15th, taking home $200 each. He then played with Canada and Asia's on NA West FNCS Division 1, placing 62nd in Session 1 and Session 2 doing even worse, placing 105th. As a result, it looks like Peterbot wanted to play with Fax afterwards. Faxity, Poyo and Peterbot played Asia, FNCS Division 2 placing 130th, Then they played NA West together, Division 1, placing 41st, and in round 2 placing 7th. Just 2 days later they placed 16th, which is his most recent placement, and earned $100, which isn't bad going. They could have had a good chance placing high in finals, maybe not winning, but top 10 was looking doable. Sadly, Peterbot's mentality came back and he replaced Fax with Canada. Looking at his Twitch career once again, in January 2025 he lost minus 21,000 followers. I'm not sure the reasoning completely behind this, but it could be because people don't like his loud personality and it's not for everyone. Also, he promotes gambling a lot due to having a contract and streams to a young audience, which isn't the best direction to take. He also time to time hates on people in tournaments as a joke, and some people tend to take offense. For example, Faxity took a shot at Queasy recently and this was his response.
It's an actual crash
Instead,
out.
gambling and life. Bro, Queasy, first of all, you're not God. I'll speak on you anytime at any.
So it's either you understand Faxity's humor or you don't. His views have definitely increased significantly though, and here are his average views from March. He also recently hit 400k on Twitch, which is a huge milestone, and will be interesting to see how he is doing at the end of the year. In March he was averaging 5,000 views and gained 25,000 followers. So despite having a rough start to the year, he's picked himself back up. And just recently, Clix offered him to manage his in real life live stream in London for his Icon Skin event. The stream got 500,000 views in total after ending. Also, the fans love Faxity behind the camera. Not only did this benefit Clix, but it helped Fax put him on good terms with Epic despite the previous incident. Clix now having good connections with Epic, Chris is now a part of the Icon series. He put in a good word for him, which is very nice to see. If Faxity keeps up what he's doing, he'll definitely succeed even more, since he does exclusive viewing parties where pros like Peterbot, who tend to not stream, share his screen to him on Discord, and if that doesn't happen, he's also in call with them whilst the tournament is going on. It just goes to show having lots of connections with people can take you a long way as long as you are respectful. Anyways, that's the story of Faxity, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.